this one I need a second. Yeah, everyone's applauding Amazon because we are like, Amazon's amazing. They have fresh, they have premium, they're doing everything. They have drones that will deliver things to the door. Okay. Drew Meyer, give him a warm welcome, please.
Thank you. So you've heard of Amazon, that's correct. I don't know what your package is. I work for Amazon Web Services, which is a part of Amazon that makes the cloud. The hardest part of my job is Thanksgiving when my mom says, "What do you do?" Well, Mom, so if you've ever watched a movie, streamed it down from Netflix, bought something from one of the major online retail electronic stores, a company with a piece of fruit in the name, all that stuff sits in the background, and I handle the marketing for the products that actually store that stuff. So that's what I do, and that's what Amazon Web Services does, and it's an extraordinary juggernaut. I'm inspired because every day I get to wake up in Santa Cruz and get on this rocket ship called AWS. When I say rocket ship, it grew 55% year over year. It's now a $13 billion company. Most of you have probably never heard of it, or if you've heard of it, it's really unclear what it does. It's about the geekiest shit you can imagine. Again, it's really fun at Thanksgiving with the whole family, right? So that's inspiring to me, but what's really changed, it's not about what I do and about my work. It's more about what's happened for me in the last year, and this is so important. I'm a marketing guy, so getting on message is really key. So I made some notes here to make sure I could get this to land correctly. We all know about the famous Santa Cruz combination of the outdoors, and food, and arts, and how proud we are to sit on this magic margin between the Silicon Valley and not the Silicon Valley, right? We also know about the community's serious affordability challenges, the struggles to maintain public services at the local level with our budgets, and the volatility of a tourism economic base. So there's only two things in life, money and time. I've lived here for 16 years now. For 15 of them, I only knew Santa Cruz on weekends, since the price of my Santa Cruz life meant a lot of time in the saddle in exchange for those valley wages. Sound familiar? Yeah? A local job has fundamentally changed my equation, giving me more time and more say over my destiny. I am now free from the madness of the commute. Amen. Last year, Amazon opened an office downtown, walking distance from my home and family. A local tech job has totally transformed my relationship to this community. I now spend time going to events like this, getting involved in civic organizations, frequenting the Little Free Library in my neighborhood, and teaching my kids to ride their bikes on the San Lorenzo River levee. It feels like for the first time I'm actively participating. I find this amazingly rewarding. I drop my kids off at school. I have a standing Monday morning board meeting out at Pleasure Point. I drink beer with local business owners who use the services that I help create at work here in town. Now I can meet my friends and family to enjoy and frequent the craft dining establishments that before I could only read about. So I conclude that local tech is one answer to the serious challenges for our community. We need jobs that pay enough for workers to afford the income taxes, the sales taxes, and the property taxes that let us invest in our local future. As the demand for local coastal living drives up rents and home prices and brings in more absentee landlords, we must respond by developing lives that can evolve like mine from just sleeping here to putting roots down here. Tech keeps our best and brightest off of 17 and actually brings more people here from elsewhere. And it's happening. Cruiseo, building out the high-speed infrastructure. Plantronics, Looker, Amazon, attracting workers from outside, operating at a global scale, and grooming an experienced workforce for startups. The university is churning out new talent and hosting the next generation of incubators, where Jacob and Nest. And also the university, new incubators for genomics and computer science. Amazon has space for 250 people in our Cooper building. 30% of our new hires are from over the hill. Imagine the difference if just one firm helps 200 locals abandon the Highway 17 and brings in 80 new people, putting their cultures, experiences, passions, creativity, critical thinking, and disposable incomes to work in this community instead of Palo Alto, Mountain View, Los Gatos, or Sunnyvale. I've discovered that living and working in this community is awesome. It puts one person's arguably dubious talents into building Santa Cruz through historic preservation, a healthy and vibrant riverfront, arts involvement, advising startups, and evangelizing a new generation of web services technologies. What drives me is getting my hands dirty, living and working in the same place, standing on the shoulders of giants like the folks in this room to put my time and money into a cleaner, safer, and stronger community. Thank you.